Prior to the 6th edition of the Guide to the Project Management Body of Knowledge, there was one knowledge area that addressed the topic of stakeholders as well as communication. The idea was that these two are linked. When you make a communication plan, you need to think about to whom you are communicating, and stakeholders play a role in this. However, later it was recognized that there's more to it than this. Stakeholders are not just the focus of communication, they must be engaged. You interact with them through either holding meetings, through working together, doing some joint prototype evaluation. There's just many ways to interact with stakeholders beyond simply communicating to them. Also, one thing you need to be aware of in stakeholder analysis, engagement, and communication planning is that stakeholders are those who have an interest in the outcome of your project, but you should be aware that not everyone wants to see your project succeed. In fact, it's been my experience, there may be those stakeholders who wish they got the project funding that you now have and they'd love to sabotage it. This is something you need to consider in your communication plan and in your stakeholder engagement plan. So communication plan is all about who, what, when, where, how, and why when it comes to communicating. Further, it's important to think this through at the very beginning, even though it seems time-consuming, because if you don't, you will end up burning a lot of resources and consuming a lot of time generating ad hoc reports as the project progresses. Okay, so then for stakeholders, the two main areas to consider are the power held by each stakeholder as well as the interest level they have in the project. Those who have high power and high interest and also are not happy with your project may do what they can to stop it, and it's your job to communicate with them in such a way that minimizes this threat or perhaps engage with them in some way. This is an interesting topic. There's two knowledge areas that support this, but they're interrelated, as we'll see, and I'll discuss